Hey guys, Mr. B here, playing with mirrors, playing with visible light, reflection, and refraction. This is an activity that comes out of Apologia's physical science textbook. It's Experiment 15.1, and it is a really fun way to make a rainbow. You've probably all made rainbows at some point in time, often by accident. Maybe it's light reflecting in the window. Maybe it is in a swimming pool or through a glass of water that you're holding just right, or a CD, this antiquated music technology, the CD. Today we're going to be doing a reflection activity. We're going to be splitting up these light waves, this white light, this visible light, so you can actually see the colors of the visible spectrum. Good old Roy G. Biv. So let's see what we've got here. My helper has been diligently working with me to get the angle of this just right. Let's see if it works for us here. Now all you need for materials are a small mirror, a little tray of water, and some source of light, and a white piece of paper. And you can just see that rainbow. Let's disturb it a little bit. Then it'll calm back down. And right at the top part of that reflection, you can see the colors of the visible spectrum. The colors that are most visible are looks like the violet, the yellow, the green, the red, the orange. You can see a lot of them. It's a very fine rainbow right at the very top of that reflection. Now what you see underneath of that is my phone, which is serving as the flashlight. And I'll show you how this apparatus is set up here in just a minute. But I want to make sure we get some good reflection opportunities. Let me get a little bit closer here so you can see that actual rainbow. Disturbing the water a bit makes for some fun. Now the flashlight shining into water. Water is transparent. We know that light travels through different substances at different speeds. And when a light wave / those light particles hit a new substance, that causes the light wave to bend. And that bending is the consequence of it slowing down. Right? And so part of that light is bent and goes into the water, and part of that light is reflected. So you always get, when you have a transparent substance or a substance that's translucent, you're going to get a portion of the light waves reflected, bouncing up to our eyes, and a portion refracted, bent, and then passing through. So the rays that bend and pass through the water are then hitting this mirror and then bouncing back up onto this sheet of paper, and then we get our visible spectrum, that little rainbow. We can play with the angle of the mirror a little bit. Now I've got a much crisper, clean, straight, flat line right at the top. So I hope this is helpful, guys. Let's take a look at our apparatus here. And maybe I'll just move it up and down a little bit. It does take some practice, or it does take some finagling to get that angle just right. If I move it up just a little bit, all of a sudden that rainbow's gone. You do get some neat effects, though. Water and light are really fun to play with, and so enjoy this as well. Try to get that rainbow, but play with the water, disturb it, see what kinds of cool reflections you get. Play with the angle of the mirror. There's my finger. Hello. And have some fun. And so the apparatus looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and turn on this little lamp here. And actually, my helper, you can remove the dark board from that window. Thanks so much for doing that. So I'm removing the white paper. There's my phone with the flashlight. And here's the setup. Let me turn this off so we save the battery. Here's the setup. I'll put another light on. And the setup looks just like that. You've got a mirror, something to hold the mirror in place, which ironically I used a fossil, which is actually a fossil of some ripples of water to hold the mirror in place. A little tray. Thank you, Lego, for providing the perfect size tray. And I happen to use warm water. right? You've been learning that temperature doesn't affect the speed of light. But that's something worth testing. That would take some work to test, but it's a fun idea to consider. I hope this has been helpful, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.